Hey, what is going on, everyone? It is your girl, Lady E here, and thanks for tuning in to Thenetberry. Today, we're going to be interviewing the beautiful Miss Alexus B. Okay, so we're just going to start off with a little icebreaker. So, your name, your major, classification, icebreaker.
Hi everyone, my name is Alexus Brown. I am a senior multimedia journalism major, and I am from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay, period. One, I didn't know you were a multimedia journalism major because that's what I am as well. So
okay, MMJ.
We got to connect a little bit after this. But and you're from Greensboro, so this is your hometown. So did you always know you were gonna come to A&T?
I did not. The funny thing is, I actually applied to Central. Well, everybody gonna know now.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I applied to Central, and I was gonna go there for law. Me and my mom were like this. We're super close. And she did not want me to leave, so I actually went. Oh my gosh,
Understandable.
Yeah. So I actually didn't apply to any schools in Greensboro. I was one of those kids who was like, I don't want to be in Greensboro, I want to leave, because I grew up here. So I actually went to a community college first, and then I transferred here to A&T. And I was doing photography, and I actually had a lot of clientele here, and I was like, it's only right if I come here.
Okay, so you're the owner of Alexus B Photo.
Yes.
So explain to us, how did you get into photography? What was your inspiration, and how did you get into just that business?
Okay, I was actually a model first, before anything else.
Okay, model as you should.
Period. I was a model. That was probably back in like 2016 when I started to venture into that a little bit, and then I was working closely with the studio owner at Harpress Studio. He is the head photographer there, and he would like take my pictures, and we would scout other models together and take their pictures as well. I ended up going to New York, and I had an interview with Red Models, Major Models, and Maryland. And my portfolio just wasn't really cohesive, and I knew that I needed pictures that were cohesive. Everything was the same all across the board. And at the time, I didn't necessarily have the funds to pay for that. So I was like, either I'm going to get my own camera or try to pay these other photographers. And I was like, you know what? I'm just get my own camera, because that one expense is it's not going to be as expensive as dealing with a whole lot of other photographers. So then I ended up shadowing the main photographer.
So basically a better investment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was just shadowing the other photographers there, and that's how I picked up like really quickly. And that was in February 2018, and it's just been lit since then.
Period. Okay, I like that. So you just opened up your own studio, and correct me if I'm wrong, is it the BKS?
Yeah.
Okay.
Period.
So how was that, transitioning from just photography? Well, you still do photography, but now having like a bigger business and having like your own studio now, and you even have people that work for you as well. So how was that transition?
It was very scary. It was very, very scary. While I was working at Harpress grew a lot. So there were a lot of photographers who are working out of Harpress. So I eventually was just like, okay, I need my own space, because there were scheduling conflicts. Sometimes I wouldn't be able to schedule my sessions. So what I ended up doing was I had an opportunity, and my mom actually ended up getting married, and she moved to Winston. So her lease wasn't up at her apartment. So I was like, okay, we'll go and take over that lease, and we'll turn my apartment into a studio. And it's like a loft style. It has huge windows. And the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, this would make a good studio space anyway. It's at Printworks Mill, right next to Revolution Mill. And Revolution Mill, they actually have photography studios at Revolution Mill. So I was like, we could literally do the same thing here. So throughout January, we renovated the entire apartment. The bedroom, we made that into our editing suite, where we put a desk in there, and we put a couch and a TV. So if there's ever any clients who have a guest with them, they can just wait in the editing suite, watch TV, do whatever they want to do, while the client is in the living room area getting the photo taken. So we ended up mounting up the backdrop and everything, and we officially opened in February. And the biggest challenge that I've been facing was really time management on my end and being able to facilitate projects. And one of the things I really wanted to do was like not be too booked up anymore and be able to just take on projects that I really want to take on and just be more open to do any creative projects that I want to do. So I ended up finding some photographers here at A&T, and I was working closely with them, and I was like, hey, like, y'all come here, y'all can shadow under me, because I would always get questions, oh yeah, like, are you looking for any mentees at the moment? And like at the time I really couldn't at Hard Press. So now that I have my own studio, I was like, I can do that now. Yeah. Right. So now I have, well, Tristan's taking a little break right now, but I got 2 photographers that I'm working close with. One girl, she just came from Chicago. Her name is Alicia. And another photographer, his name is George. And that's been really good. They've been growing a whole lot. Yeah.
I applaud you, definitely taking your craft, you see a lot of people step away from like bigger businesses to start their own, right? And then it creates more opportunities for others to surround them. So I applaud you, girl.
Thank you.
So you're also a mom.
I am.
Which I did not know, because I was going to Instagram. I'm like, she's a mom. Like, where do you see that at? So how many kids do you have? Boy, girl?
Okay, I love
kids. Let's talk about it.
Yes, I have a boy. His name is Isaiah. He was born in December of 2020 during the pandemic. Oh my
God, so you just basically had him.
Yeah, he's a pandemic baby.
Yeah. I hear a lot about pandemic babies. Yeah. They got superpowers, basically.
Yeah, he is one of a kind. He is chunky and fun, and pretty sure the campus might be seeing him a bit because I'm taking some summer classes, and I'm just like, look, I'm ready to get, so you're going to have to come meet me. So
that's understandable. Yes.
Yeah.
So how was it having your own business, trying to graduate in December, being a mom? How do you juggle all that?
Community is very important. That's the biggest thing. An issue I always had, like before I had him, was like asking for help. So now, having him has forced me to ask for help, especially if I want to continue to grow and like have my own life while still being able to cater to his. So community is very important. My mom, she lives in Winston. So that's about, from where I live, it's probably like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. So she helps out. Of course, daddy helps out. And even like my line sisters, they always volunteer too. They're like, I'll help too. So community is very important. And my professors, I let them know. I'm very transparent with them. I let them know everything that I have going on. And they're very accommodating too.
That's good. That's really good. Speaking of line sisters, come on, because you just crossed Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Yes. When I seen it, when you first put it in the Crosby group chat, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I don't even know her like that, but I'm so happy.
Oh, thank you.
I think when people get a chance to cross the burning sands in that metaphor, I think that is such a big accomplishment. So explain, I know you can't go too deep into like the experience, but like how did it make you feel, I guess, watching you at the probate, you finally like revealing yourself, how did that make you feel, just going through that process? It was 63 of y'all of your line?
Yeah.
And even having such a big line. So explain how that was for you.
I was honestly, that was something that I wanted to do for a long time. And honestly, having a child, I had a lot of doubts. I didn't think that I would be able to do it because I had a child. Like I even confided in, some people who are way older than me, and I would ask their advice and be like, what do you think? Like, do you think I'll be okay? And they'll be like, girl, yes. Like, it's a sisterhood. So like, you shouldn't feel like you're excluded or anything like that. And honestly, I can say like my advisors, my pro-fights, my line sisters, they've all been amazing. Like throughout this whole process, they know that I have a child, they know that I have a business, so they're very, very understanding, and they try to be as accommodating as possible too. And if I'm like, look, y'all, I won't be able to like maybe make this chapter meeting or something, and I got to put in like a memo or something, they understand, they get it. And like the process, one thing that I can say is they didn't try to give me a special accommodations, like, going to practices, like probate practices and stuff like that, throughout the process. But if I did need anything, they wouldn't hesitate to be there for me. And I really did appreciate that. And
how a sisterhood should be like.
Yeah, basically. And I love it. And I'm really grateful to be here because I didn't think that I'll be able to do it, but I'm just happy that I'm able to represent a demographic of people, because I know there's moms also on campus who are interested in Greek life and interested in doing other things. So I'm just happy that I'm able to be a representative for them.
Period, as you should. Perfect timing, as your shirt says.
Yes, perfect timing.
So, as you were talking a little bit earlier, so you are graduating in December. Do you have any other dreams or aspirations that you want to take on besides photography or anything within your major after you graduate?
So I used to work in HR when I was like 18.
Okay.
So I was kind of thinking about going back into that field. I was thinking about going to get, well, I am going to get my master's in HR administration and human resources. But I'm gonna take some time off and really like allow my photography business to grow. And really continue to work with students on campus, because I am from here, so I'm not gonna leave right away. And if I do leave, I'll probably just go to Charlotte. So,
girl from Charlotte. So if you want to talk about
Charlotte.
Yes,
I love Charlotte. I love Charlotte. It's such a beautiful city.
It is.
So, I mean, I definitely want to stay in North Carolina. I want to stay within the area, and I think it's really important to bloom where you are planted.
Yes.
And I want to continue to water the other flowers who are here at A&T.
Period.
Yes. So, I want to expand the studio. I know one day I am going to phase out, and that's really because I'm not going to be as present on campus. That's natural. So, I want there to be somebody else, like Alicia one day. I'm pretty sure she's gonna, like, she's already bombed. She's like 18 years old and she's very good. So by the time she's like a senior, she's gonna be a beast. So I want to continue to give those opportunities to other students on campus so that they can continue to flourish, and that's even after I graduate.
Yes, come on, watering and planting seeds at the same time. We love to see it. Okay, so what has been probably like, not the hard, well, let me not say the hardest, but like the biggest challenge for you during your college experience?
It would probably be me wanting to do everything I want to do. Even like, you know, wanting to go to parties and stuff. Like, there are sacrifices that have to be made because even my line sisters, they want to go to parties. I want to go to parties with y'all, but like, I can't go to everything because I am a mom and I have bookings and stuff. Like tomorrow, for example, I'm booked all day for like grad season.
Oh yeah.
So like, and even today after this interview, I got a grad shoot right in the student center. So yeah, which I'm excited. We're gonna have a great grad season. But like, you know, those are definitely sacrifices. So it's really picking and choosing what I want to do and what I'm going to get my time to on campus. That's kind of been the biggest thing, because it's like I can't do everything. I would like to do everything, but I can't do everything.
Understandable. I definitely think I'm still struggling with that.
It's hard.
Sit on 1891. Oh, I'm gonna join this organization. No,
I know. That's how I am too.
I'm like, oh,
yeah,
it'd be a lot, but definitely understandable. So, where do you see yourself in about 5 years after post graduation? Do you see yourself still living in Greensboro or, you know, Charlotte, or?
Honestly, it'll either be Greensboro or Charlotte. By then, Isaiah will be in kindergarten, so that's when I know. That's when I plan to go to grad school. So I'll either study like HR administration either at UNC Charlotte or here at A&T. Okay.
Period. Actually, UNC Charlotte, I know we're talking about Charlotte, but UNC Charlotte is actually not too far from like the university area. Yeah. And I love the university area. Like if I was to, because I'm from Charlotte, I would still live in Charlotte after I graduate. But if you want to look in like the university area, really nice.
I love Charlotte.
Bless you. My last question for you is, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Oh my gosh. I would tell her, okay, younger me used to be ratchet. She used to be really ratchet.
Not ratchet.
She used to be a mess. So I would honestly tell her that it's going to be okay. Like, it's going to be all right. Because I took time off. Like, when I was at the community college, I took time off from school. I switched my major a few times because I didn't really know what I wanted to do in life. So I would just tell her, take your time. It's going to be okay. You know, you're going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. Just take your time. Focus on what you want to do. You know, I feel like as women, we probably all go through this, friend groups, and then you get a new friend group. And like, I would say you don't have to do a lot to feel validated or accepted, I would tell her that, and I would tell her to take your time and really just focus on your academics.
Yeah.
And focus on your family. Spend time with them.
Right, because your timing is perfect timing.
Perfect time.
I love this shirt. I love it.
Thank you.
It just goes with everything. But thank you so much, Miss Alexus B, for coming into the Thenetberry. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm your girl, Lady E, and I catch y'all another time. Peace.